Victorian era means much more than Queen Victoria's rule. Although Queen Victoria certainly aided the growth of the economy following the Industrial Revolution, it was technically over by the start of her reign. Its effects, however, were not and continued to define the Victorian lifestyles throughout the 19th century. Furthermore, the shifts in technology accompanied a change in social norms, including the decadence that Wilde so embodied. On the other hand, women such as Christina Rossetti and Elizabeth Browning for the first time had a voice. Although this would not result in women's suffrage for about another 100 years, it set the stage for women's rights within the kingdom. One of the traits of the Victorian period was the uprising of voices for people who had never technically had one before. Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Browning both talked about the lives of the lower class and child laborers that likely prompted the change in labor laws throughout the century. However, subtly, Robert Browning, Wilde, and Rossetti expressed the hidden sexual thoughts and urges that almost everyone was thinking, exposing one of the most secretly yet explicitly sexualized societies in English history. The rise of science brought about a panicked confusion about God in some, while others like Rossetti and Elizabeth Browning adamantly wrote about religious concepts. These changes, though not initiated or guided by the Queen, are all associated with the Victorian period because they charged a social situation that changed life as the Victorians knew it. Women began to have rights, children were given the opportunity to learn instead of work, and new inventions paved the way for an entirely different way of life. As Charles Dickens famously put it really was the best of times and the worst of times.